it reminded me of some of my own horrible Christmases. You know, you wake up and your mom's not there. She went out partying a little too hard last night, nowhere to be found. Staying somewhere with a boyfriend or some shit. So I get up with my brother and we'd open presents by ourselves. It was just like, you know, you, you go through that enough and enough years and enough times that it becomes normal. You just accept that that's the reality that you live in. You accept that that's what you're going to deal with. You go to the tree lot and you get the Charlie Brown Christmas tree on Christmas Eve if you're lucky. Um, those little things, and for some people, their tradition is they might go cut a tree with their old man or with their family, and they'll spend the evening decorating it. And I'd be lying if I said we never did that when I was a kid. We did. But there were plenty of times where that was just an afterthought, where it was, let's go bargain for a $5 tree that looks like it should just go in your fireplace. So it's a hard time of year for me to navigate. And I encountered it last night when the whole family circles up to say prayer. I don't circle and I don't pray. So and I felt bad, and I never really addressed it with AJ, and I felt that I should have. I felt like I had insulted him in his home. Um, eh, by not partaking in that, recognizing how important it is to his mother and to his wife's mother, and I'm sure it didn't go unnoticed. But I'm, kind of as most people know me, I don't do shit I don't believe with or agree with, just because everyone else is doing it. I don't. I don't believe that. I think it would be. That is one of those things. Religion is one of those things that I think people can be so disingenuous, and they'll just go along because that's what tradition is, or whatever the reason is. And it's not the first time this has come up. It came up when I was dating a girl before, a Mormon girl, and they all gather in the living room, and if I was like, oh, okay, everyone kneel, I'm like, no. And they wouldn't start until I kneel. I'm like, well, I'm not kneeling, so one or two things are going to happen. I'm either going to leave or you're going to start this without me because I'm not kneeling. It wasn't meant as disrespect. It was meant as I'm not going to do something that I don't genuinely believe in, and I would like to think that were that me asking someone to do something that they didn't believe in, and they said, no, I don't believe in that. I'll stand here in silence and recognize that silence, but that's as far as I'm willing to go. You know, I'd like to think I'm a reasonable person. I would accept that, but I digress. But the seasonal depression, and for some people, they spend the holidays alone, whether by choice or just by consequence. That happens with a lot of people, or their family isn't here, and that happens quite a bit too. And that's hard. You even if you don't believe in some of the religious aspects of some of these holidays, it still is a good time to be around your family and your friends. I mean, I'd rather spend it with my friends, to be honest with you, because it's much more enjoyable for me. I don't have to. I don't have to live, and I don't have to spend the day listening to war stories, so to speak. Uh, and I guess my point of all of this is that if you know that there's someone that um, spends a lot of the holidays by themselves, even if it's by choice, and I get that, and I'm one of those people. Um, Extend a hand. It's easy to get caught up in our day to day and get caught up in what we're doing and how happy and joyous we are, and not be willing or cognizant of the fact that there are people out there that don't see it as a happy time. They don't view it as a good time of the year. They may actually view it as quite the contrary, for whatever reason. That's unfortunate. I think we should always look to help each other, and this is that time of year to help do that. By whether it's run for the hungry, or work at a soup kitchen, or hand out plates of food to homeless people, whatever you do. And I was thinking about this yesterday when I don't remember even where I was. It might have been Wednesday, I don't remember. This woman says to her child, they're looking at a homeless guy, "You don't want to be like that." And I was floored. I thought, you don't want to be like that? Be like what? I don't want to be like you. She doesn't know his story. She doesn't know, and neither did I. I don't know the guy. Never seen him before. But it really surprised me. It saddened me, really, to hear this woman say that to her child. You don't want to be like that. Instead of, let's see how we can help him. Now, granted, you can't. It's impossible to go around and help every homeless person you see. Granted. At the same time, why should that child walk away thinking, I don't want to be like that guy? And that's the lesson they take away. That's not a good lesson to take away. Why isn't the lesson, hey, let's see how we can help that man? Maybe we can get him something warm to drink. Doesn't have to be a lot. Now, granted, there are plenty of homeless people that you try to give them food, they get pissed. They want money. And I've had plenty of those. I say, tough shit. I won't hand you money. I'll feed you. If it's cold, I'll put clothes on you, but I'm not going to hand you money. I won't do that. It's just a philosophical difference. And I've had plenty get pissed. Call me names, cuss me out. And I say, hey, man, you want to get fed or not? I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to help you. I don't have to. You don't have to accept my help. This is a two-way street, I don't have to help you any more than you have to accept help. You can tell me to fuck myself, and that's fine. I'll go help someone else. Or go help no one at all. I don't have to do shit. I think that's a human thing to do. I don't look at that as charity. I look at that as just being human. But that shouldn't be just limited to the homeless person. We don't know what people are going through. We don't know. Like my friend in her video, I wouldn't know that. She could come to work and I wouldn't know that story. And I wouldn't treat her any different because I wouldn't know that story. Now that I do know that, do I look at her differently? No, absolutely not. Do I have compassion for her? Absolutely. I can only imagine what that's like. I can sit here and be dismissive and say, oh, well, my family's essentially dead to me anyways. But that's not the same. It's not nearly the same as someone that physically cannot be there and is not there versus people that choose to not be there. It's very different. And that's, take that into consideration when you're walking around at this time of year, that everybody may look holly and jolly and happy, but there's a good chance they're not. So as you're out there on Black Friday trying to get that deal, don't be a dick. There'll always be another fucking Xbox or another TV or another something, whatever you're trying to buy. You can always get another one. There ain't no reason to get physical or violent with someone over some stupid fucking gift you probably don't need anyways. Just remember that as you go through your day. There are people out there struggling just to get through this time of year, that we need to be kind to those people and kind with each other.